back. We're really excited today to do a pick with Elijah Craig, and it's not just one pick, it's two. So it's going to be a lot of fun today. We're actually going to do a barrel-proof pick, which is going to be one of the first in our market, so we're really excited to be able to have that opportunity with Heaven Hill, and we're really excited they gave us the opportunity to do it. Elijah Craig has been one of our best-selling products since we opened the bar. It's definitely been one of our best cocktail whiskeys. We've used it consistently in our old fashioned since we opened. And to have this opportunity with barrel proof and small batch on the same day is going to be a lot of fun. Today's a really special day, celebrating Mark's birthday, which is an exciting milestone. Mark turned 40. Mark, you know, he's been on our team for over a year now, year and a half. He is spearheading a lot of things at the new bar. He's going to be the GM there. We don't tell him enough what a good job he's doing. He's doing an outstanding job. He does a ton of heavy lifting, right? Heavy, you get that?
Yeah,
heavy lifting. He does a lot of heavy lifting for us. He's making a big difference in what we're doing out there. So we're really excited to have him on the team and have him as part of all these picks. So it's really fun to do on his birthday. And second, when we get to part two of this pick, when we have already made our barrel proof choice and we're moving to the small batch section, we are going to have a very, very, very special guest join us who we'll talk about a little bit more as we get closer. And we're going to do something totally unique that we've never done before when it comes to a barrel pick. And it's very exciting for Reid and I, but it's also a difficult decision too. And I'll explain why when we get a little bit closer to that. But very excited about part two when we get to our special guest who will be joining us. But we want to dive straight in. Elijah Craig, like I said, it's an outstanding bourbon. It's one of the best products on the market today. We're really fortunate to get to do this. The barrel proof program is something that I think people have been asking for a long time. So to be on the front and get to be one of the bars that picks a barrel first is really, really exciting. It's a whiskey that's won Whiskey of the Year in the past. It speaks for itself. Everybody knows Elijah Craig. I find it interesting. It's got a higher corn mash, like a lot of bourbons do. I think it's like 78%. But what they do interesting to me is there's a little bit more barley than rye. I think you see it flip the other way a lot of times. And barley, if you ever try like a barley whiskey, 100%, I don't recommend it. It's very bitter and it tastes really, really interesting, not in a fun way, in my opinion, but it's a good cutting agent. So it can balance that spice and sweet really well. And so you see barley come in at a lower percent typically in a bourbon, and the rye a little bit higher. And so when you see that flip-flop, it makes you nervous. Like, all right, well, is the spice going to disappear? That's what makes Elijah Craig so unique to me. It doesn't. It's full flavored. You know, you still get the baking spice hit. I think it's like a char number 3 on the barrels. So it's still got that heavier char, so you get a lot of that oak flavor. So that's where all the spice lies. So, you know, that's it. That's my whole rundown on Elijah Craig. Yeah.
From day one, Chris and I are always excited about Elijah Craig.
Oh, yes.
And I mean, you know, it was the first thing we did with our cocktail list was put Elijah Craig in our old fashions, and you know, it just lends itself, I would say, widely and expansive, and it's just a great working bourbon.
Absolutely.
And, by the way, make sure you keep the way that started.
Yeah. Well, let's dive right in. We've got a lot of picks to go through. Typically, we do a sampling and sometimes 3, maybe 4 picks. Today, we're starting with 5, and that's what's exciting about today. We're going to work through 5, pick 1 barrel proof. 5. That's going to lead, 5 barrel proof samples. That's kind of a lot. I will be in bed early tonight. Doing it blind, so we don't know proofs. We don't really know locations. We're trying to ignore all that because there's going to be a lot going on with all 5 of these picks. So we're going to go through 5, pick 1 as barrel proof. We're going to have a little quick break. Part 2 will start. We'll be left with 4 samples, and that's where we'll pick our small batch from. So we'll do some proofing and then see how that changes the whiskey. So super excited. Oh my God. I can't wait. So let's just dive right into number 1, and we'll kind of ease through these, and then we'll circle back and see what we can find out. So here's the first sip. Yeah, we're gonna taste some proof a little bit at first, I think.
I'm in.
it's there.
Yeah, it's there.
I mean,
And we're going to taste that all day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to open
Oh,
up
yeah.
really well. First sip for me is always just such a blur, you know, because there's so much going on. I'm trying to adjust my palate to the proof, which kind of takes a minute, you know. But really nice, really easy drink. Color is really nice. A lot of consistency in the color here. I'm sure that there's some age difference. You know, from what we understand, they can vary from 8 to 10 years. We're trying not to let the age influence us. So again, we're trying to do this blind without knowing age, year, location. So it'll be fun to run through. I think what we'll do is just go through all 5, and then maybe we can go through notes of what people thought. 1 or 2 jumped out, and then we'll do it again, and then maybe see what we can narrow down and go from there. If that sounds good to all you guys, yeah, sound good. So I'm gonna jump into the second one if you guys are ready. I love sitting next to Caroline. She has the best notes. She has the best. It takes me like 10 minutes to
More
figure
like-
out one flavor.
More like scribbles.
Yeah, I know. It's good though. I usually start figuring out once I've tried 3 of them, then I go back and I remember, okay, this is what jumped here and that's what jumped there.
I got a little bit less spice off that one for the first sip.
Yeah, I agree. And I wondered too, like, was it fruit
Was it-
or was it spicy?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I agree. I did too. But I feel like now the finish is a little bit actually stronger
Hotter,
and longer.
yeah.
So on the front, the nose was kind of similar. But yeah, that finish is, yeah, it is a tongue coater.
The first one was pretty.
The first one was or the second one?
Second one was,
The
yeah,
first
yeah.
one was pretty quick.
you know my 3 words are flat, hot, long.
Hot, yeah.
Ow.
Which, you know, it may not be the best description. But
Flat, hot, and long.
what's great is
We're still
you'll
talking about
I mean,
yes,
like,
that's
yeah,
like
yeah.
the Charleston summer.
Yeah, I know.
That's the
I know.
first thing that came to mind.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That was nice. I'm already kind of nosing number 3.
Yeah.
There's something different going on here than what I picked up on the first 2. I'm trying to, I don't know, put a finger on it. Yeah.
First sip.
Yeah.
The nose is pretty similar to me, honestly.
Yeah,
That one's got a little bit more something going on that first sip for me, and not just.
There's
not
there's a little fire in that water. Yeah. Carolyn's right to the dropper.
See, I'm okay. I mean, I'll go high on proof.
High on
and be
proof,
okay,
right?
But
So, and we talked about that in our last tasting. Really, our last 2 tastings. I mean, it's definitely the flavor of the week is proof, but we have always been about balance. So, you know, where's that going to lie with these? You know, to be-
I mean, I'll be interested in coming back to that.
Me too. It definitely had so we talk about uniqueness, right? So that checks that uniqueness
Yeah,
box
absolutely.
a little bit. Yeah.
Like that's what just flavor wise that stood out more than the other.
What do you think about that, Reid?
I gotta go to
This is one of those. It's one of those good problems.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm kind of at the point where I'm trying not to like overthink any of them, get through them, and then narrow it down. This will be a tricky one because we'll need to knock out 2 sooner than later. Like 2 of them.
that front end heat, bro.
It's got it's spice to me.
It is spice.
You know, I don't know if it's just a lot of cinnamon. I'm trying to find some like brown sugar.
It is kind of cinnamony.
Yeah.
It's good.
I'm getting a lot of like apple skin.
Yeah.
The third one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think I've drank Flash and Crater in the past and got a lot of like graham cracker. You know what I mean? Like so, you can it's almost like pie. You know, so you can almost get an apple pie type deal because it's cinnamony
Well, I'm in fall.
and it's everything.
We're baking pies.
It is kind of
Yeah.
pie.
Yeah.
After doing that one, so that comes across as like more of a
Ooh,
make
baby.
smooth.
Yeah, I like
thing.
that. Yeah, we'll get her in a second. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that one,
Yeah.
after drinking the last one, that let you know like where it stands proof wise. This one has almost that maple caramelly.
Or?
Yeah.
Well, what's funny about that is this is one of those situations where I'd look you in the face and say, "Oh, this one's the lowest proof," and then we look at it and it'd be the
100%
highest proof.
Yeah, we'll be 100% wrong.
It'd be completely opposite.
That didn't have the proof bomb on the front end for me.
Yeah.
This nose is really approachable. Like it's
Yeah.
not. There's no ethanol on it. You know what I mean? It's not.
No, I
That was the
agree.
first-
I agree.
that was the
And
first-
what-
Yeah.
The last one was.
Yeah.
Shit, no,
yeah.
Stop.
Sorry. We got ahead of you.
I'm moving fast.
I know. Well, I was like, man, we got to bust through and get to start narrowing it down. Man, that's nice. I keep going back to that nose already. Like,
Yeah.
so I'm holding it in my hand longer than others.
I would say off the first initial sip and nose, that might be my favorite so far.
Yeah, I like it. You know what's funny is
color,
color-wise,
yeah.
I don't know that it was jumping at me like some of the
I
others.
literally just hold it up to
Yeah,
the light
because it seemed a little light to me,
Yeah.
and I've been kind of looking forward to this fifth one because I don't know if it's closest to me or the way the lighting is, but it's got some color to it to me, and it's amazing how you can pick up on just that little fraction of a shade of darker. And I don't know, something always goes hand in hand
I'm
with
trying
that.
to look at it through here too.
You know, I'm confused of what number is what now that we
Yeah.
turned them around. I know it should still be the same, but
Number 5.
I know it's interesting to look at. So, oh man, this is like a birthday cake. You smell that?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is.
It might be the birthday cake.
This is maybe it was the birthday cake. Yeah, maybe it was the birthday cake.
No one has eaten
I mean, the
birthday
color
cake
is
yet.
good. The color is.
I put my
Try
hand.
it.
I just smelled it. I don't even know if I need to
Yeah.
taste
Try that.
It's the smell when you walk into a
Not
brick
sure.
house.
Oh my
What a
God.
brick house would smell like.
it. This is what it smells like.
By
This
the way,
smells.
the cereal.
magnificent. Yeah. This
Not
is.
exactly sure if that's an ice cream cake or not.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We may or may not need to put it in the freezer. So yeah, we bought Heavy a cake and we don't know if it's an ice cream.
I hope so. It better.
We
be.
put it in the freezer just in case.
It was really cold. It was really cold when it came out.
This smells magnificent.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It is unreal.
I'm way behind you.
Oh god. Catch up. Sorry, man.
Slam a bunch of high
It
proofs.
also almost has a
Ooh.
little funk to it.
Yeah.
Not in a bad
Yeah.
way.
Number
That's
5.
it,
Oh,
the
man.
rib house.
I'll tell you what.
Like
Okay.
that.
All right, don't get ahead of ourselves. All right.
Let's not get crazy.
I'm just saying it.
But this is my ninth birthday.
It initially stood up.
It smells. Doesn't it smell like? It smells like rich vanilla, or something like that. You know, I just get like this, like really like.
I get that, but I also get
delicious
like a
thing.
little bit of like almost mossy.
Oh.
like there's something like
It's-
There's a
deep-
dankness
Yeah,
to
yeah,
it.
exactly.
Dankness is, I mean, you know, let's
I like it
without
funky.
without using names of other whiskeys, right? There are some well-known whiskeys that are 13, 14, 15, 18 years old, and that's where they shine.
Yeah.
It's that age. And so if you can get that out of a younger product,
Like this one.
like that product right there, which is one of the premier products on the market today, without a doubt.
I just like writing dank
just-
funk.
Oh, I mean, it's
That has
outstanding.
like, that's and not in a bad way, but that almost has that like smell of like the laundry that you left in the washer for a day too long.
Yeah, it's like this is clean, but not really.
Yeah, exactly.
That's always a bad thing.
Because it's not really
Not in this.
clean, but not really.
Yeah, like there's something there.
Clean.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it does. It's
It's got
really
that.
nice.
It's got that twang on it.
I mean, as Brendan Fraser said, the cheese
Yeah.
is old and moldy.
Well, guys, let's everybody take a second. Let's all, like, on our own leisure here, run through the 5 again, and then let's go ahead and knock a 2 out after we go through that
All right.
tasting. And I mean, even if we could knock 3 out, that'd be great. Let's narrow it to at least 3 pours. So everybody take a second. Try 1 through 5. Any way you like. I see Reid's doing a little bit of water droplets to open them up a little bit. Always a good thing to do. Yeah, we got that good Kentucky spring water here, so we're doing it the right way. Rich limestone spring water always is the best way to go. So let's run through them, and then we'll all do it for like a minute or 2, and then let's see if we can knock some out. Sound good?